My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is February 28, 2024. It is 5:45 a.m. I literally just finished edit the video that I recorded around 1 a.m. Just finished it. So I hop on Twitter to see what's going on. And I came across some tweets. I'm not gonna go crazy with them. About 5 tweets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tweets, and this video is one of them, and I want to share them with you to at least get them out of the way. It's still 5 something. I have some time to record them. Maybe during the day I'll finish edit them. So let's get going. Let's see what this is all about. I truly rest my case. Harry and Meghan are just the ones. Okay, let's see here. It's a minute, almost 2 minutes. Let's listen to this. There will be screenshots. Okay, they just posted it, and there's not that many comments. If I have left it for tomorrow, by the time I'm recording, there will be more response to it. But let's just focus on the video right now.
Yeah. To do with it, but I do think, and I don't want to take a pop at a man when he's down, and anyone who's got a spouse who's had a major operation, it's a gloves off moment. But I do think if you pull the lens back a bit, you'll remember those years of Workshire Will, etc. We got through.
She bring back the Workshire Will. Okay, sometimes I don't understand this woman. Sometimes she talks common sense, and there are times I'm like, where is she coming with her thinking, with what she is saying? At one point, I had a very hard time to distinguish if she was the same person, because the way she speaks sometimes is out of this world. But let's continue. And the audio is very low, so I'm gonna have to really ramp it up when I'm editing it. Okay, so let's continue.
They're an incredibly impressive couple, greater than the sum of their parts, particularly when it comes to William. But one of the key problems is with the departure of the Sussexes, and I think as humans we all need this, we all need someone to push off, to compete with in a healthy way. You remove any kind of...
There needs to be no competition. I'm sorry I'm stopping in between. This is what I have to do, so YouTube don't just think I'm just flapping this video here. They don't have to have competition. Why do these people always feel like there has to be a competition? What if William and Harry had worked together? One of them do certain thing and whatever, but at the end of the day, the institution will benefit from it. Why there needs to be competition? The competition is the rest of the world or the government or something. Okay, I would do whatever the government is doing, but not within the family. Oh my Lord, I'm moving it back slightly, okay?
One of the key problems is with the departure of the Sussexes, and I think as humans we all need this, we all need someone to push off, to compete with in a healthy way. You remove any kind of competition, and at the same time the predominantly right-wing press have pushed William and Kate up on this incredible untouchable pedestal. So really I think to an extent, understandably, he pretty much feels he can do what he likes. We've made him untouchable in some respects.
That's your people's fault. What was I gonna say? The thing with Kate, in a way, like I've said, okay, the way the tabloid have talked about Kate since Meghan got into the picture and all of that, they make her feel, I don't know, she went over her head or something. And then, when it went really crashed down to with her, when I believe, in my humble opinion, when Piers Morgan named the royal races.
I will never believe it. But now we can start the process of finding out if they ever got uttered, what the context was, and whether there was any racial intent at all. Like I say, I don't believe there was. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales.
Now, whether or not she forget what we saw in Jamaica or whatever. She might be. We've seen things with her brother selling swastikas and all of that. But the fact that they threw her under the bus, she probably may not be the one who said it, but because she allowed the institution to do whatever they want with her. Okay? She never had any boundaries like Megan. Okay? So now they threw her under the bus. Allegedly, I don't know, maybe she is, or it's just something they threw her under the bus with to take the blame for someone else. Okay? Now that went crashing on her. And then there's other part which I've said in other video where they're pressuring her to do things like Megan, allegedly. But you could see sometimes when she's doing speeches, her hand is shaking because there probably some sort of a pressure behind the scene for her to be like Megan. I've said these things before. But now all of a sudden they threw her under the bus. Who knows? Maybe she had a mental breakdown or whatever. We do not know for a fact. We've heard what the Spanish tabloid have said. We've heard all sort of stuff. But we do not know for a fact. But whatever it is, what I've seen with my eyes when she's out there trying to talk or whatever, the people call her mumbles or whatever, but there's some sort of a pressure they're putting on her to be like Megan. And I've said before, it takes time. Okay? If they really wanted to train her, all they need to do, take a couple months out. Let people know. I don't freaking understand why everything they do, they have to lie. People are human. We understand you guys are not perfect. But in your head, you want to make people believe you're perfect. So you're doing all this stupidity, which doesn't look like reality. All they had to tell people, look, she's taking some times off to be trained or whatever, or do smaller things. And then meanwhile, at night, you have people come in, just like Princess Diana, to train her for whatever it is. But they want her to be perfect all of a sudden, and she can't be at that level. But I think she hit a keynote here, but it's very low though. But it's all the institution, the Royal Rats, it's all their fault. Okay? And then the institution, I have to say herself too, because you know what you could produce. No matter what anybody tells you, how perfect you are, how this, you know your own way where you are lack of something. But I guess this thing went over her head and now it went down crashing on her to some extent. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, but I'm moving it back again.
So really, I think, to an extent, understandably, he pretty much feels he can do what he likes. We've made him untouchable in some respects.
Oh, I wonder who's...
Interesting point.
My feeling is just, sometimes, no matter how high profile you are, there are going to be things you don't want to discuss with ITV News' Chris Schiff.
Okay, and then you guys are all, this is where Harry have been saying from the get-go. Since he was a young man, a teenager, he wants that separation. Now all of a sudden you guys, boom, Harry was right. Okay, this is what keeping them insane. They rather leave the entire institution and say, I want to keep whatever I want to do private. When I want to share it with you, I'll share it with you. But you guys keep on crossing. Whose fault is this? Whose fault? All of them sitting there, they're part of the problem in the UK. They are part of the problem. Okay, moving back again.
Like, we've made him untouchable in some respects.
That's a really interesting point.
My feeling is just, sometimes, no matter how high profile you are, there are going to be things you don't want to discuss with ITV News' Chris Schiff. Look, I would discuss anything with you, Chris, but I'd want it to...
Are you sure you will talk to him about anything? I doubt that. I mean, sometimes when these people are trying to make a point, they throw themselves under the bus. I don't think you will want to discuss what you do with your husband with Chris Chip. Shit. These people have no freaking common sense. Let's go.
Look, I would discuss anything with you, Chris, but I'd want it to stay private. And I just think sometimes the royal family, they're under a lot of pressure.
There might be some medical things that you've got you don't want to share with the world. Of course, and, we've been told that Kate's got a double surgery. We haven't been told any more than that.
No.
so we don't know the full detail.
What, do you feel they have a duty to tell you more?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, yes. You know why? Because this is what you told the Sussexes. Because it's taxpayers' money. They need to, I don't know, let the media in. This is what you told them.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
And they said, no, we're not going to do that. Why do you think they are in the United States? Why do you think they are in the United States? They're living their own private life. Why do you think they're there? Because you guys insisting, part of the problem, many other problem, insisting that they share every freaking thing about their lives. And they said no.
Shouldn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. So if you're at work and you have a photograph of your child on your desk and your coworker says, oh my gosh, your kid's so cute, that's fantastic. Can I see your phone so I can see all the pictures of your child? You go, no, this is the picture I'm comfortable sharing with you. And then if they double down and say, no, but you already showed me that one, so you have to show me everything. You know what, I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of the flawed argument and its operating mechanism that they're confusing people to think. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with. There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture, that entitles you to have my entire camera roll. Go ahead, look through it. No one would want that. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think they're in the United States? What is wrong with these people? All of a sudden, you understand privacy? Okay, you need to stick with your thing. If William and Kate do not want to share that thing, they need to leave. Leave it for the next one. This is what you told us. And you made the Sussexes leave because they do not want to share their private life. What is wrong with these people?
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
Again, let's move it back.
Sometimes the royal family, they're under a lot of pressure.
There might be some medical things that you don't want to share with the world. Of course, and, we've been told that Kate's got a done lot of surgery. We haven't been told any more than that, by the way, so we don't know the full detail.
What, do you feel they have a duty to tell you more?
I think it's entirely their personal choice, like it was the King's choice to share that he was having a prostate operation, and that's led to many good things, as we know.
But if they don't share, then they have to live with the fact that there is going to be speculation.
But because the King has shared so much, everyone now expects the royal family to kind of share everything.
Well, I'm not going by what the King did. I'm going by what you guys have said. Because you wanted Harry and Meghan to share their private lives. And they said no. Okay? They sue you guys left and right. Why do you think Harry and Meghan call the papers to court? The privacy thing that Meghan won. Why do you think is that?
On this particular case, the legal case was so clear-cut. That was almost the final straw after this long pattern of disturbing behaviour by the tabloids.
What evidence is there that the press had a sort of an agenda against the Duchess of Sussex, that there was a personal animosity towards her, which fed a lot of this coverage?
I don't know if there's any evidence of any personal agendas or animosity. I think there is a huge amount of content published about Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They are good business. It's something crazy like 15,000 mentions of them online every day. So they are the whole royal family, and particularly Duke and Duchess of Sussex, a really big business for the tabloids. And then we all know about negativity bias and how bad news, negative headlines tend to do better online, which is a really sort of unattractive part of the algorithms that are used. So I think all of that feeds into the coverage.
What do they really want when it comes to privacy?
It's not them who have said they want privacy. It's something that the tabloids have said about them that's latched on. they have taken steps when there have been blatant violations, unlawful violations of privacy. Of course, then they've challenged it because that's in line with their values. But that doesn't mean just because you assert your human rights,
all of a sudden is a different tune. It's you guys. You created that. Harry and Meghan stand firm. They stand firm with that. They said they do not want to share their private life. They will share it with you when they are ready.
I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with.
When you look at the docuseries, okay? Many things they share after they have enjoyed it. They look at it. They step back from what they have already done. And then they say, okay, I could share this with you. I could share this with you. But you guys insisted while they are living their lives, you want to be there. And they said no. They want to live it first, and then they will share with you whatever they want. If they don't want to share, guess what? They don't share. But you guys insisted otherwise. I hope you guys saw everything that you rip on them. Jeez.
That was part of the problem yesterday.
30 seconds left. Mirror speaks for quite a lot of people this morning in condemning Prince Andrew's decision to go very publicly to the memorial service that Willie missed yesterday. A lot of abuse. What do you reckon?
Look, he was at the Christmas service at Sandringham as he was the year before. He does go to events now.
I'm looking at the way it's Zara who's holding his. It should be the other way around. But on my last video, I spoke a little bit about Prince Andrew. Hey, if the peasant don't cry, okay, if the peasant don't cry foul, hey, he's gonna be showing his face over and over again. Also, she blacked her comment. Let's see here. Jesus, that woman's voice is so painful. All right, people are seeing it now. Let me view some of the retweets, okay? The hypocrisy of this is staggering. All right, this is how we will see the comments now because she blacked her comment. They could only retweet. Favorite part of this, the sum is greater than its part, especially the Prince William case. There's that. Okay, I will never know how Susan Reid still has a job. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. Oh, did I read the comment that was under it? Okay, yeah, I did. That woman's voice is painful. All right, next tweet. Okay. Oh, did I put it twice? Okay, I truly rest my case. Harry and Meghan are just the ones. Okay, so I put it twice. What's going on here? This was the tweet that I messed up. I find the link, but next time on my next video, I'll include it. But I don't have any time to go over it. All right, it's right now I'm editing. It's like 7:43 right now, so I don't have time to go over that one. It's 5:58. At 6 something, I have to wake up the kids. Okay, there's the next tweet here. It's weird how she brings up Prince William's absence when most people will not have necessarily connected the two incidents. I wonder why. Okay, so that's from Waronika. To all the Kingston family, it is understood Mr. Kingston, 45, was found dead at an address in Gloucestershire on Sunday evening. An inquest will be held to establish the cause of death, but it is understood there are no suspicious circumstances and no other parties involved. So which address? Is it his home or... who knows? Royal sources said the death of Mr. Kingston is not connected to Prince of Wales's absence from King Constantine's memorial service today. Now I see why she said no one will have put that together, but why is she connecting them in some way? I mean, she's not connecting it, but just making it clear is not part of this, is not the reason why William was absent from the service. Okay, she's trying her level best to disconnect the real reason Willie did not make an appearance, which make me think he was involved because of how she randomly brings him up. Did I put my there's my comment here. All right. Right, it must have been a hell of a party Sunday night. Okay, like nobody thought Willie's absence was connected to that. Now she's opened up a Pandora's box, dummy. I know. Okay, this family is the best reality show ever. This is why I said about what is it? What's her name? Bojo's sister, because she wants entertainment. Is that entertainment enough for her?
I don't want the press to be in the last chance saloon at all. I want to see newspapers thrive. This is my industry, and I think it's in all our interests that we have a thrive. And we got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press. And that's what I want to see survive. I don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the industry I love.
Okay, and real life at the cost of real people's lives. Okay, this family is the best reality show ever who is going to survive the royal family. Okay, so there's my comment here. Someone knows something, now it's been eliminated. I will not trust whatever comes out of this, meaning the investigation. They want to protect whatever the F they claim is dear to the country. Meanwhile, bodies will be lying left and right. At the end of the day, the object they are protecting will have no human being left. Okay, good luck. Is incandescent on the shoving spree. Did they have a duct tape his ass to a chair? Okay, I thought it was connected when I first heard it. Okay, that's an ad. Okay, she got it from an article. I read those exact words earlier, and Towns and Country still sus though. This is the thing. One create the noise, and then the next thing you know, the other ones pick up on it. One have to start it somewhere. Okay, so for the rest of the royal rats to feed off. So that's what just happened here. I didn't read the Town and Country, but based on that. Okay, my trending page. Okay, that's that. Oh, she's saying what is trending. Passion, William, Thomas Kingston, only murders in the building. Oh my God. Okay, let's read what's there and then move on. What and whose address is in Gloucestershire, and how they be so certain no shenanigans were involved without an autopsy and an investigation. So he became a financier, yet was a former hostage negotiator in Iraq, but not in the military though, but via religion. Nothing shady? Oh, I don't know anything about her, about him. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay? These people, they're making deal with the wrong people. They don't mess. Okay, Kingston didn't die at home. There is supposed to be an inquest, but if there is foul play or suicide, the finding will never be made public. Probably. The rest, whoever's making deal, there is a different type of war that's going on, including in the US. There's one where we're seeing the traditional type of war, Ukraine and the Middle East. This one, I don't know, it's just one-sided. But there's one espionage thing and all of that. So who knows? They make deal with all sort of people. Then the father-in-law, what's his name? The brooch lady, who she married with, was making deal with some. I'm telling you, this it's a whole bunch of mess. Whole bunch of mess. Okay, someone knows something, so they want to shut it down. Kingston didn't die at home. There is supposed to be an inquest, but if there is foul play or suicide, the findings will never be made public. That I could understand because I don't know. He's a private person. But it's part of the royal family, who knows? Okay, what is she indicating here? Are they killing each other now? Probably. The monarchy in its current form was never going to survive the social media era. That's the rolling eye. Yeah, what the F? Is William some kind of Jack the Ripper type personality and they are covering for him? What a strange thing to say. A married man died in a home not his. We do not know when we're gonna die and where we're gonna die. There was a comment I made recently. I didn't share that with you. It was a random tweet that I came across. And I think the person was, I forgot what it was. Either a magician was making something about death. And I was like, I don't know why these people love to play with death. When in fact, we're gonna die eventually and we will be resting eternally. But these people are playing with death. Why are they so eager to play with death when we're gonna die at some point? The thing we should be worried about is when and where and how. Okay, the how is very important as well. You don't know if you're gonna be suffering or whatever, or if you're just gonna drop dead out of nowhere. But whatever, next tweet. These people, someone knows something. All right, next tweet. So yesterday, Prince William did not turn up to do a reading at the Depots and Dead Creek King's Constantine Memorial Service held in Windsor. He was William's godfather. Dealing with personal reasons was his excuse. Yeah, I think Prince William had a nervous breakdown. Okay, Prince William pulls out of Godfather's memorial service for personal reason. Okay. Had the Queen still be alive, he would have attended. There's nobody really in charge now, and it's looked to me as though it's all falling apart at the seams. Envy does eat away at one. Okay, good morning, America. All right, let's go to the next tweet. This is my last one. One of the tweets that I put, it's almost the same thing, but next one. Okay. Never forget, the King, Camilla, and Prince Willy crossed the line when they all decided to play dirty with the media. King Charles also went against late Queen's wish by removing securities in Frogmore Cottage as a threat, cause Prince Harry won't let Christian John get away lightly. Okay, that's very true. Okay, this is the thing here. They're playing with his brain, but that barrier, not letting stupidity come into his head, you know, as he grew up and starting to understand things, he's like, nope, I'm not letting, they can't fool him. There's that. During an interview with Anderson Cooper on Sunday night on 60 Minutes while promoting his much-hyped memoir Spare, Harry 38 said that Camilla's need to rehabilitate her image from being a villain and the British press made her dangerous to him because of the connection that she was forging within the British press, he said, and there was open willingness on both sides to trade of information. And with a family built on hierarchy, and with her on the way to being Queen Consort, this is what they were telling us, Queen Consort, but now it's just Queen. There was gonna be people or bodies left in the street because of that. Harry felt that he was one of these bodies, he told Cooper 55 on 60 Minutes. He further wrote in his book, Camilla sacrificed me on her personal PR altar.
That she started a campaign in the British press to pave the way for a marriage, and you wrote, I even wanted Camilla to be happy. Maybe she'd be less dangerous if she was happy. Mm-hmm. How was she dangerous?
Because of the need for her to rehabilitate her image.
That made her dangerous?
That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press. And there was open willingness on both sides to trade of information. And with a family built on hierarchy, and with her on the way to being Queen Consort, there was going to be people or bodies left in the street because of that.
This is very powerful. And their Netflix docuseries, Harry and Meghan, Harry alleged that both his father Charles and his brother William leaked stories about the couples to the media and also engaged in trading stories. As he explained, that's when a member of the royal family offers the press a scoop on a different member in order to try to extinguish negative stories about themselves. I will never forget that first time I came across an article. I was searching for something completely different. And I was reading name. And then next thing I saw, there's William, there's Charles, and all the tabloid. And it just clicked to me. I was like, what? They're training William to be in that sort of a business, trading off. It's an old video, if it's still there, on PYTE. But let's continue. Harry said that he and William swore to never do this practice of trading, but William broke that promise. To see my brother's office copy the very same thing we promised the two of us will never do, that was heartbreaking, Harry said in the documentary. Okay, so there they are here. That's probably, how do you call this? Those AI thing. All right, yep, that's me responded. Okay. So, this is it that I have. Okay, someone responded again. Go on, Harry. Peg the thug. Lovely AI generated image. Obviously, he was too ashamed to face the music at St. George Chapel yesterday over what he's done to made a bum. Thus, he ran away 45 minutes before the service. He is such a shabby, fragile state. That's on him. All this. Okay, he can't face the public after people knowing the backstabber that he is. It's all on him. Everything that he's done, he created it. All right, let's see what my notification is all about here. Okay, yep. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And this is it. This is one of the tweets that I just shared with you. Oh, not that one. There's this 18 people like it, 1 comment, and I also share it on IG. Let's refresh. I need to wake up my kids now. Okay, 4 people saw it so far. Okay, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better